These are my custom Sony MDR7506s, complete with an audio jack instead of a fixed cable, some funky new ear cups, and even a cold shoe mount for wireless monitoring. Thank you very much, Caleb Pike, for that idea. The 7506s have been a staple inside recording studio after recording studio for the last 3 decades. Their flat frequency response gives them an incredibly accurate sound profile, making them very popular for people who want to monitor sound mixes. And I should know, I've owned a pair for the last 3 years. But that fixed cable and the inability to swap it out for something more convenient has sometimes made me so angry, it's made me want to stand up and make a change. So I did. And here's how. For this project, I used a 3.5mm audio jack, some thin electrical wire, and a simple cold shoe mount from SmallRig. I also grabbed my soldering iron, a drill, a pair of scissors, some super glue, and a multimeter. I started by disassembling the left enclosure. You'll notice that on mine the stock ear cups are already gone, but that's because in my humble opinion, those things will suck and they should be set on fire. Once the left driver was exposed, I saw 5 cables connected to it, 3 coming in from the outside, and 2 going over the headband to the right enclosure. I got rid of the 3 input wires because I knew I wasn't going to be needing this cable anymore, and replaced them with 3 new lengths of my own wire. Next, I tested the polarity of the audio jack. I set my multimeter to continuity mode, which long story short just makes it beep when the circuit closes, and plugged a spare audio cable I had lying around into the jack. With this TRS or tip ring sleeve audio cable, the tip carries the left audio channel, the ring carries the right, and the base or the sleeve carries the ground. After measuring and marking down which pin corresponded to which signal, I soldered the corresponding wires coming off the driver to the jack. Before I continued, I did a quick test just to make sure that I didn't cause any damage to any of the other connections in the process, and it's a really good thing I did because I accidentally balked the connections going to the right enclosure and it caused a massive mess that I had to clean up. Then I made the hole where the cable initially came into the headphones a bit bigger. I tried using my drill, but to be honest, it really wasn't the best idea and nearly caused a huge amount of damage, so instead I just used a pair of scissors to carefully hollow out the hole and make it big enough to put the jack inside.
Because scissors are sharp.
After that was done, I placed in the audio jack, and instead of using the nut that came with it to secure it down, I just used some hot glue because there was no space left after resizing the hole. Once I was done with that, I was finally able to close up the headphones. I did one more test for good measure, and then super glued the cold shoe mount to the left side. Finally, for the ear cups, I found these interesting ones on Amazon, which actually come with a cooling gel inside to make sure that they don't make you overheat if you wear them for too long, and they're really comfortable. And wow, these actually cut out a surprising amount of noise with these on. And that's it, a custom pair of Sony MDR7506s which sound just as good, but have a touch more personality.